So I just got done doing a thing called learnmonthly.com. Learnmonthly.com, or monthly as the website's called it, is basically a 30-day creativity class that has several classes from very famous people that you can do. Like, there's several right here. Like music production. The Draw and Paint one is the one I did by Ten Hun. Sing Anything Like a Pro. That's one that I might actually like to try. Pop songs. Ooh, realistic portrait oil painting. That's a little tougher for me. I'm not that good of an artist. Filmmaking from start to finish, which honestly, maybe I should actually try that one too. So there's some really good classes on here. It's these specific talented individuals who can help you get farther and learn what you need to learn. The class setup is you have yourself and a bunch of other peers all working together to achieve this 30-day goal of learning, like for in my case, learning how to paint. When it comes to these peers, they're honestly the ones who give you the most input on what you're doing. So like for instance, this person right here said something critical that they would have added was a bit more shading or outline to the two characters in the front. So yeah, as you can see, my pink guy and my purple guy were just a little bit too blended into, like, say, my coat on that drawing. So that's what I did. I added an outline basically to the two characters. Everything that I needed for the class, they had a whole list of all the stuff to get, so I could just buy all the stuff, and I didn't need to use anything of my own equipment, which, as you can see, most of my equipment is packed. I'm in the process of moving, so this was a fun little thing to do before I had to move. For this class, it started out pretty simple. We did some basic sketches, see where everyone's at, some drawings, just getting your creative juices flowing, basically. A lot of my stuff was like birds and masks and stuff. I don't know, I had nothing really to draw in my head at the time, but then Ten Hun starts giving you direction on how to bring out that creative side of you. And I think that's the part of this class that I really like the most, is because he was able to break it down. When it comes to sketching and drawing and whatnot, I'm comfortable with where I'm at. It's more of the techniques for painting that I needed to learn more. And my gosh, there are some pretty detailed techniques that I did not know before, like, the wet to wet and how to mix certain things, even like prepping your board. I'm not a good painter, and I'm still probably not, but I was able to learn these things, and I can keep using them from now till whenever I make more art. For the projects, they were pretty simple, very concise, and they were spaced out pretty well as well. Did I say as well a lot? Anyways, every single 3 days, I think it was, you would have a project due. Like your first sketch due in like 3 days, your first character design due in 3 days, your first roadmap due in 3 days. It was really well paced. I feel like I did a really good job with my painting. Just get past my mic there. So I decided to paint. I decided to paint a picture of basically like my childhood. It's a representation of my childhood. So obviously there's me. I'm an adult in this because I'm, holding on to the childhood memories. But there's my cat, my beloved pet cat Tom when I was a child. And he's floating away into the stars because when I was a child, I read these books called Warriors a lot, and it dealt heavily with cats. It was all about cats. Yeah, I like cats. And when the cats die, they become stars. So it was kind of cute. I watched a lot of Ghibli movies, and I was very anime influenced when I was a kid. So I put a lot of Ghibli references in there as well. I survived off of ramen a lot as a kid, which honestly, I don't think children should be fed ramen nearly as much as I was. But, I'm alive today, sodium and all. I loved a lot of music. I loved listening to, for instance, like Sarah Brightman and whatnot. Obviously, I can't paint specifically Sarah Brightman music in here. That was my representation, is the headphones. And then reading, I did a lot of reading as a kid, very bookwormy, mostly normal books, mangas, but specifically I painted here a series called The 12 Kingdoms because they were a big influence on my life as a child. And yeah, pretty much I wanted to paint something a little bit more near and dear to me. That's what I wanted to do. You could have easily done anything. I would recommend this class. They're not sponsoring me for this video at all. The reason why I'm doing this video is, one, I want other people to know that this website's out there and they could easily do some 30-day class to get better at something, anything really, from someone who knows what to do. Excuse me. And I forgot where I was going with that. Let's try this again. I would recommend this class to artists. I would recommend this class to beginners. I'd recommend this class to anyone who likes painting in general and just trying to, get in some influence out there, get some inspiration. I talk with my hands. All in all, I really liked this class. I really liked learning new ways to do things. I liked, in the end, having a product, a finished thing that I can hang on my wall and say, you know what, I did this. And I did this good. As good as I can do. Yeah, I'm happy with what I did. And I'm happy with the class. And in the future, after I get done moving, maybe I'll do one more.